From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Steve Milton.
It's Saturday, May 18th. This is Ticats Today, and I'm Steve Milton. We're continuing with our late week bonus. Ticat play-by-play announcer RJ Broadhead and Luke Tasker, his partner in the booth, talking with critical players in the black and gold. RJ spends some time today with sophomore linebacker Carthell Flowers-Lloyd, who was a revelation in his rookie season. They discussed Carthell's disappointment that he was approached but didn't break the CFL record for special teams tackles last year, how he wants to play both special teams and start on defense, and how he's a talker on the field and likes to back that talk up.
Thrilled to be joined by Carthell Flowers-Lloyd. You got the smile going, you got the energy going. You came in here last year and you made a name for yourself right out of camp. Not a lot of fans knew you, but you brought the energy in the preseason and right into the regular season. You feel that helped you coming in last year and just being that guy with all kinds of energy?
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in giving the people what they deserve. You know, they pay their hard-earned money for it, so I go out there and put on a show. You know, football is football, no matter where it is. We could be, you know, in the parking lot, tossing the football, I'm going to go get it.
So game one last year, you block a punt, team gets a touchdown. What were you thinking after your first game? Like, hey, I'm blocking punts. This is great.
Yeah, it was definitely a blessing. I was thrilled. I wish I would have scored that. I wish I would have picked it up and scored because they say you get to keep the football, I guess. But I just came off the edge. I seen it open. I just put my hands out there, ran through the ball, and, you know, that play happened. That was the start.
It was such a great rookie season for you with the Tiger Cats, mainly on special teams. You and Tyreek McAllister were both amazing last year, and he edged you out for Special Teams Player of the Year. 99% of the time, with the numbers you put up, you would have got that award.
That's my guy. Much respect to him.
Yeah, and he went to right now with Vegas.
Yep.
Now, I wasn't sure if you were going to be back in the CFL. You got a lot of interest in the NFL, didn't you?
Me either. You know, he's a guy that came out of college and went straight to the NFL. And for me, I came, you know, had a different situation. Came to the CFL, had to prove myself again, and I got a couple opportunities. Majority of it was just DB and linebacker based. It wasn't more special teams, but this year I'm looking to do that, put the defense on notice. So.
Well, you had 4 workouts with NFL teams, Five. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. But that tells me a lot because you predominantly played special teams last year, but you still got noticed. What do you feel that says about you and your ability?
My enthusiasm for the game, the way I play the game, just to be able to come to a different area for me, different environment, and just play at the speed that I play with and dominate. You know, I talked the talk and I backed it up. You know, I felt like I was the best gunner in the CFL last year, and God willing, I get that opportunity to do it again this year, and I'm going to be the best at what I do.
So are you a talker on the field too?
Oh, for sure. I'll talk and back it up. That's me right there.
You have to back it up.
Oh, for sure. That's me. Sometimes you hear my dad in the stands. He's like, be quiet. He's one of them.
So your dad's the quiet one? You take after mom then?
Yeah, my mom is rowdy. She's rowdy. But my dad's he's quiet. Until I'm out there acting like a fool. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, Dad, you know by now. I've been the same way since I was in Little League.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Oh, for sure. I'm a huge fan of Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. I used to love those guys growing up, and I just always thought that I was them. I was talking junk and backing it up. And, hey, it worked. It got me here.
It doesn't mean anything if you don't back it up.
No. You can't talk junk and not back it up. I'll back it up.
Let's go back to that season. You finished, I think it was 6 tackles shy of the special teams record. I know after the season you said you left a lot of tackles out there, but still a remarkable year. You led the whole league in special teams tackles. How did you feel about your first year?
I'll just piggyback off that. I feel like I should have broke that record. It was no reason why I shouldn't have broke it, and it left a nasty feeling in my gut because I feel like if I would have did that, that probably would have solidified me as a special team player for Hamilton at least, to break that record. And I definitely put a lot of guys on notice last year, but still, that's just a piece of me helping the team. I want to do a bigger part this year.
So that bigger part, it's pretty interesting. Sometimes you're listed as a linebacker. Sometimes you're listed as a defensive back. You played special teams. What do you consider yourself? What position?
Athlete. Athlete. I think when I was in college, you go on these college visits, they put athlete on your paper. You didn't know where you was going to be. So just wherever the team need me, wherever the team need me. The transition to Sam this year has been, not too far off from learning and progressing and getting better day by day. But, if they threw me back at will, I'll be in the same boat, progressing and getting better every day.
So you're getting a lot of looks at linebacker. Does that mean we won't see as much on special teams?
I hope not. I really, really, really want to do both. If they need me to play fully defense, I'm going to do that. But my goal is to be conditioned enough, be the most endurance guy in that field, to be able to provide on special teams and defense.
A lot of changes on the defense. I was looking at game 1 last year as far as starters are concerned. Maybe 3 guys returning.
Yeah.
How do you feel about lost some veterans and you might have a starting spot there? This is a great opportunity.
Yeah, for me it's just I play fast, and sometimes being that player that plays fast, you mess up quicker. So having guys like Cat behind me and Richard slowing me down, and the new coach BI, it kind of fulfills what I need to be the best version of myself at that position. Last year I played a lot of will, so it was all inbox based. I'm covering guys out here. I just had to cover Tim White yesterday. I was like, Jesus. So,
doesn't get any tougher than that. You can cover him, you'll be fine.
For sure. I was like, I watched that tape all night. I had to watch that all night. I was like, what did I do wrong? But he's one of those guys. He's one of those ones. And like you said, if I continue to practice with him every day, and hey, I'll be one of those guys too.
Absolutely. So, Carthell, are you the kind of guy who sets goals going into a season?
No, I won't necessarily say that. I'm a firm believer in the Most High Jesus, and I believe that whatever His plan for me is going to go as it shall. Last year, I didn't think I had no expectations to be at 31 tackles by the end of the season. I was just going out there running around and making tackles, honestly. And this year, I had no expectation to come in as the number 1. My goal was to be prepared, just in case I got that opportunity, and the opportunity presented itself. And, it's a lot more work that needs to be done. But at the end of the day, I just want to be able to provide for the team. That's it. That's it.
What would you say to Ticats fans? What can they expect from number 43 when they see him on the field?
Oh man, they know what's going on. They know what's going on. I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna get you your money's worth. When I make a tackle, everybody gonna know. When I catch that interception, everybody gonna know. I'm the one that's gonna get free balls, or I'm gonna throw the ball in the stands. That's gonna be me. But yeah, I bring a lot of excitement to the table.
I'm seeing fan favorite here.
Hey,
I'm seeing fan favorite developing.
I had a couple votes last year, so I hope we pick it up this year.
And we talked about it before, but CFL and the CFL, it's meant to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wanted to brand it. My whole offseason, I was trying to get it situated. You see, James got the Butler did it, so I wanted to do CFL and the CFL. I actually changed my Instagram name to Only One CFL. So I'm trying to lock that one in. I'm trying to lock it in.
All right. Well, hey, on the broadcast, we'll get it out there. We'll get CFL going.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like that.
Well, Carthell, best of luck this season, and can't wait to see you on the field.
Absolutely. Appreciate you a lot.
Thanks, Carthell, and thanks, RJ. We'll turn it over now to Luke Tasker, and you can't get a much better combination than a proven all-time Ticat receiver and a player well on his way to becoming an all-time Ticat receiver, Tim White. Tim talks about stepping up to a leadership role in the wide receiving rooms, coaching and helping the slew of new young receivers on the field, and laser focusing on the number 1 goal, winning the Grey Cup.
Luke Tasker with the Ticats Audio Network here with Tim White, coming off 2 back-to-back seasons, over 1,000 yards, over 1,200 yards. Man, it's great to see you back out there. You are a leader in the wide receiver room now. It's a new team and a new year. How have these first couple days of camp gone for you in your wide receiver room?
Yeah, thank you for having me, number one.
Yeah.
It's been going great so far. You know, there's a lot of new faces in the room, and then there's a lot of familiar faces in the room. We have a lot of size out there, you know, a lot of tall guys around. So that feels pretty good. But it feels good, you know, just continuing to just try to get better, you know, work with a sense of urgency. You know, a lot of young guys, you want to make sure that everybody's prepared, you know, and preparing the right way. So just try to help out and assist wherever I can, and whenever they have questions, you know, just try to guide them so that they're in the best position to have success.
That's great. I remember all of a sudden a year I showed up to camp and realized that, like, I either had to be a leader, you know, or find my way off, because all of a sudden I had more experience, and you know, there's a line in the sand where you have leaders ahead of you, and then some year it's all of a sudden it's your turn to be the leader, and it seems like, you know, that's definitely yours now. You mentioned helping the young guys. What does that look like on the field? I mean, are you helping, kind of coaching them up on some things? Is it just being an example?
Definitely. I mean, number one is always leading by example. You know, making sure that you are showing how to be detailed, showing how to approach the game, and then it's whenever they have questions or need assistance on the field. You know, if they mess up on a play, just make sure that their head is in the right place and allowing them to understand, like, you're going to make mistakes out there. Just make sure you're playing fast. You know, just tell them the small basic things, you know, that carry you through as a professional. And then just continue to guide them whenever they need that help.
Yeah, that's great. Things are definitely new this year. This is the first year with Milanovic running this training camp, running the offense right from the start of the season. How would you define the way that he's running this training camp for the Ticats?
Yeah, you know, he's definitely a coach who he has high standards, you know, and he explains that to each and every player, you know, what the standard is around here. But he also has a good feel for where his team is at and where guys are, you know, when we need rest, making sure that we get the right amount of time to rest and just things like that. Extremely, you know, experienced coach, you can tell. So he knows what he's working with, and we're just following his lead. Yeah,
that's great. The watching practice here from above, it looks like, I mean, you guys are moving around. There's nobody walking. There's no rest. You're going from period to period like that. Is that proving to be the standard for practice out there, or is today extra hard?
No, absolutely every single day. And that was kind of one of the things that we just talked about, is just working with a sense of urgency when we get back. And, you know, whenever we go drill to drill, we just want to execute the drill and then move to the next, you know, the next circuit. So we have to get as much work as we possibly can within the time that we have. So we got to move efficiently to do that.
That's great. Within your wide receiver room, are there some young guys that are standing out to you right now? Some guys that are really impressing you?
Yeah, one guy for sure, you know, off the top of my head is Shamir, former Baltimore Raven, actually. I say that because I was a Baltimore Raven, but he's been making plays out there consistently. You know, he's one of the guys that, you know, you don't need to sit there and tell him to play each and every play, you know, that comes out. So he, you know, his preparation is shown on the field, and he just looks to continue to make plays out there. So I'm definitely looking to see how he develops, you know, over the next few weeks, and then going into the season, if he has the opportunity, then, you know, it should be a pretty good thing.
That's great. Behind the center quarterbacks with Taylor Powell, and looked like Bo Levi Mitchell was taking some reps out there today, and it seems like things are coming along, progressing. Do you feel comfortable with both of those guys? Or are you kind of excited to get to work with both throughout the training camp?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, going into the season, I'm pretty open to working with anybody, you know, and having a Hall of Fame quarterback back there, you know, with plenty of experience. You know, I look forward to getting to gain more and more knowledge that I can with him, and I feel like we have pretty good chemistry there. And Taylor Powell, he's an up and coming guy, you know, young, hungry, confident, you know, wants to be out there and, you know, wants the opportunity. So it's fun working with a guy like that, and you just want to make plays for both of your quarterbacks, you know, whoever's in the huddle really, but those guys look to take the step, and I'm just looking to see what they do, really.
Cool. Yourself personally, we mentioned you're coming off 2 great seasons, touchdowns, a lot of receptions, and a lot of yards. What do you have in mind? What goals do you have for yourself personally?
Yeah, I'll definitely keep some to myself, but definitely going into the season, you know, I set a high standard in the off season. You know, that's kind of one of the things that I do when I'm looking to work for something. So I have the bar pretty high. But the main thing is making sure that we get to a Grey Cup, making sure that we win a Grey Cup. 25 years, when you look at that, I mean, that has to be at the top of your list. So it's like everything that you do, it has to lead to that, and it has to tie off of that. So, whether that's going for super big yards and touchdowns, that has to be accredited to helping the team win and making sure that we're in the best position coming into the playoffs and then leading into the Grey Cup.
That's great. Well, stay healthy and keep being great out there. It's great to see you still doing what you do as a Ticat, and excited to see you this season. So thanks, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Luke, and thanks, Tim. And as always, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Remember the Black and Gold game coverage on Sunday, and tune in for Monday's episode when I'll review what I saw on the field on Sunday night. This is Ticats Today, and I'm Steve Milton.
This has been Ticats Today with Steve Milton. Catch it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.